Welcome to the show. As always, we have a whole lot to talk about. Andre Drummond, clear role is defined off the bench as an enforcer. We're going to talk about how Drummond plans to shape up for this upcoming season. And can Karl Anthony Towns, Kajic is what I call him, can he save this one Knicks tenure in career in more ways than one? This upcoming season, on the Knicks' quest to repeat, the one threat to challenge that is this. We're going to discuss it. Brian Windhurst comments on Karl Anthony Towns' extension. I thought that he introduced an interesting concept. And then also the draft day trade that the Knicks made for a player who plays on the opposing team may actually have benefited the Knicks. And PJ Tucker, man, he set it off. He has something to say about the JB versus SGA debate. And my question of the day, which Knick do you believe will have a breakout season? We're going to discuss all of these things today on the Blue and Orange Brunch Show. What's up, New York City? I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan, and I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. Man, you know the vibes. Tell a friend that we live, man. Hey. Welcome to the show. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the weather in New York City. It's such a beautiful day. But before we begin the show, we do have to address the proper formality. We have to smash the like button. So as you enter the show, smash that like button so we can allow the YouTube algorithm to know that this is the place to be. And of course, in the last 28 days, about half of you guys who watch, you're not subscribed, man. So subscribe now. Make it official. Help us close that gap. We're on the road to 10K subscribers, and each time we reach new milestones, we do have special giveaways. We recently just gave away a rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. Shoot to my man Jet Life. And we will have more giveaways. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the weather. Hey, to all my New York City Knicks fans, man, it's beautiful out here. And if you're at work, hopefully you get to enjoy a little bit of it once you get off. Salute to my man Mellow Mike in the building. Early, facts and opinion, what's good? All right, my bad for my tardiness. I was hooping, y'all. I got a story. Salute to Cleo. Don't call me Cleo. Call me Champ. Angelica, what's going on? OKF Nation Plus in the building. All right. Salute to everybody as you tune into the show. I see Randu. All right. Dripmore, what's good? OKF Nation. Angie, OKF Nation. By the way, OKF Nation, we will be doing members only Sunday this Sunday. All right. It returns. It's no longer my birthday. I will be ready to work on Sunday for sure. All right. I was hooping. That's why I was a little late today. I'm trying to get everything back, man. I just feel a little rusty. Like I feel like during the game, I'm not as zoned in the way I need to be. But then all of a sudden, somebody started talking trash. And I'm like, man, okay. So I let them know. I said, man, look, right now, I'm coming back 11 weeks. I haven't played ball. It's my second day out. He said, there is no excuses when you playing ball. I said, what? All right. From there, we were down 14-3. 14-3. I proceed to hit 4 threes in a row. We wind up getting back to we were up 15-14. They won the game, but it was a hell of a game. I ain't gonna lie. When he said that, it really woke me up. It really woke me up. So I stayed one more game. But that game that I'm telling you about is when I was leaving. I was like, I'm trying to get my stuff back. I appreciate the workout. And the brother, he wasn't giving me a pass. He was like, nah, no excuses. I said, what? All right, let's play another one. And that's how the game went. So that's why I came back a little late. I stayed a little bit longer than I wanted to. But yeah, I started hitting them. Bro, I hit them 4 threes in a row. I said, there's no way I'm going out like this. And I needed that. And I told him, I thanked him. I said, yo, man, you brought the lion out of me, because I just was kind of coasting, trying to get a feel for the game, But yeah, I'm back, y'all. And I'm going to be shooting again. I'm going to try to get at least like 2-3 days where I'm just shooting, just working on the craft, and then, playing and going to Brooklyn, things of that nature. But I'll keep you guys posted on that. I think I might start recording next week to all the channel members. I think we might go outside next week. All right. I don't have a show planned for tonight. But I will say, if something goes crazy, I will go live. Listen, if LeBron signs somewhere, we got to go live. We got to go live so we can laugh at him, so we could talk about, oh, that's a good move. Wherever it is, we have to go live when LeBron gets signed. So be on the lookout for that. I think it's any. Okay, of course, you could pre-order the 82 Nights. All right, I'm gonna talk more about this a little bit later, but it's now out for pre-order, and for a limited time, you can take advantage of the free shipping. All right, all you have to do is check out my Linktree, Linktree/TheObjectiveFan. I'm gonna put that in the chat right now so you guys will be able to access it. Not only that, the Linktree is for everything. My contact is there. All right, everything is there. All you have to do is check out my Linktree. I'm putting that in the chat right now. So just in case, all right, anybody wants to check it out. And like I said, we'll talk more about the Linktree a little bit later. All right. Bam. So I got some topics I want to address. Last night we talked about SG. I'm setting it off early. We talked about, I asked y'all the question, who is better, Jalen, Brunson, or SGA, right? Because I think that's a debate that may be on the horizon. I don't know, right? I mean, I'm going to keep it real, y'all. SGA name is not popping in the YouTube streets like that. Like, nobody is checking for SGA like that. So I'm trying to see if I could spark something up, but no, it's not really rocking. But it could. You just never know with the internet. Sometimes things take time to marinate. But the reason why I even brought this up is because former Knick PJ Tucker, all right, has some interesting things to say about this whole debate between SGA and Jalen Brunson, as in who's better. So I'm going to play the soundbite and we'll just listen to it together.
Respect to them. Shout out to Brunson. Yep, you gotta respect it. Follows MVP.
So ask me the real question. What is it?
But the real is back.
Is Brunson better than SGA?
Yeah.
You gotta ask Peter.
So so the host is like, we gotta ask the real question: is Brunson better than SGA? Now, mind you, I think that's Jeff Teague. I'm not sure who the 2 other guys are, but it's Jeff Teague and 2 other guys. I think these guys are the other guys that's on the show. So they're having a panel at Fanatics Fest. Listen, we've been talking about content for Fanatics Fest all week. Literally, Fanatics Fest has been feeding us content to talk about every day. But that's who's on the panel right now. All right? And they're setting up PJ to say what he has to say.
The real question.
Yeah.
We in New York. It don't matter.
Who y'all guys,
bro?
He said we in New York. It don't matter. Yeah. It's tough.
This is PJ.
That's a tough win. I'm a Knick. I'm rolling with JB for sure.
Hey, he said, hold up. He said, I'm a Knick. I'm rolling with JB. Hey, salute to PJ Tucker. I don't know what it is about our team, right? We could have a player play here for 1 year and they feel like they are Knick for life. We're the only franchise that's like that. I'm going to run it back a little bit so y'all can hear me.
Yeah. It's tough.
That's a tough win. I'm a Knick. I'm rolling with JB for sure. I'm rolling with JB for sure. JB's so clutch, bro. It ain't even like I think the Arab, like, he's like a 90s era player, bro. And people don't see it like.
That's a good one. He said Jalen Brunson is like a 90s era player. Do you guys agree with that? 90s era player. I never thought about Jalen Brunson in that way. I feel like that's a very interesting outlook on JB.
Yeah, because he don't talk a lot. He not going to do too much, but
they talked a lot in the 90s. You had Gary Payton. You had MJ. It was a lot of Vernon Maxwell, Reggie Miller. There was a lot of talking in the 90s. They might have talked more in the 90s than they did today. Y'all can let me know what y'all think about that. But this is what PJ had to say.
Everybody, like, when you on his team and you on the bench, you over there, like, he's getting the ball, bro. Like, if he's not shooting, he's making the play every single time. And it's a lot of teams in this league that got stars and all that, and they do not want the moments. Like, you play with dudes that don't want the moment. Like,
how you feel about that? He said a lot of guys, they shy away from the moment. But Jalen Brunson, he bask in it. He wants the moment. And this is why he's picking Brunson over SGA.
The moment to be there and your star player don't want it, it's like they'll pass it off or whatever. Like, JB going to take that, admit whether he make, it doesn't matter. He's going to have the same energy every single time, and that is a rarity.
Especially in New York, though. With that pressure.
And it's still, bro, what? No, people do not want that.
I like what Jeff Teague added, too, at the end. That was Jeff Teague who added, especially in New York, with all of that pressure. So we talked about this a little bit last night, but I do think that when you talk about Brunson performing under pressure, Oklahoma, there's no pressure. Come on, dog. OKC, okay, that's a weak ass chant, dog. Every time I hear that, I just be like, y'all need to come up with a better chant. Your chant is weak. Okay, your fans, yeah, it's loud in there. But, I mean, come on, dog. It's nothing like the pressure in New York City. Y'all be clapping for people even when they have bad games. You know, it's just a different type of pressure. To do what Brunson's doing in New York City, and I'm telling y'all, there's a growing level of hate from the haters who just so happen to be Knicks fans. Okay? Oh, Brunson shouldn't get paid this, and Brunson shouldn't get paid that, and yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Oh, did I intro? Did I forget the intro to Brunson topic? But we're gonna get to that. If I didn't intro it, we're gonna talk about what nobody's talking about, what the Cason Wallace rumor means for Jalen Brunson. All right, I'm definitely gonna talk about that if you joined the show. So make sure I don't forget to get to that because it wasn't a part of my notes. But nonetheless, you know, Jalen Brunson, the bigger the star he becomes, the stronger the hate gets from the few. It's not many. The many show Brunson love. Salute to everybody who loves Jalen Brunson. We know that. But the few, they're becoming more bold. But I like that what Jeff Teague added towards the end of what PJ Tucker was trying to say. You know, that New York pressure for him to step up and be the best clutch player in the game. There's nobody in the game you'd rather have the ball in their hands down the stretch. Nobody. And not even Steph. Salute to Steph. We love Steph. But in 2026, 2027, Jalen Brunson is the #1 clutch guy in basketball. I'm sorry. Did Steph Curry even ever win the clutch player of the year? Did he even win it? Come on, I'm going to pull that up. You feel me? And I'm not trying to take a dump on Steph. I'm not trying to take a dump on Steph. Steph is I got Steph #1 all-time point guard. I'm not talking about Steph in his prime. Steph is no longer in his prime. He's no longer in his prime. So right now, Jalen Brunson down the stretch is the most feared player in the NBA. Might do a poll on that. But somebody had the audacity to put in the chat, in the comment, not the chat, but the comments on a video or something. I don't know. I just happened to see it because I was looking for something. And they put, oh man, Jalen Brunson on this channel even beats God. I'm like, what? Why does it have to be that deep? Why we can't acknowledge Jalen Brunson for his greatness? He's the best player in the world. Who got more SBs than Jalen Brunson right now? Can you tell me? What team got more SBs than the New York Knicks? What team has a better differential in the playoffs than the New York Knicks? How many teams won 13 games in a row? Oh, I forgot. That was the New York Knicks. No, I did. But the bottom line is, you know, it's okay for Knicks fans to love on Jalen Brunson. He's our captain. He's the best player in the world. And this is what I'm saying about being consistent. I'm not just saying this because I'm a Knicks fan. My motto, and last year people got upset with me. I was like, yo, SGA is the best player. Why? Because SGA won the championship. Not the regular season MVP. Whoever wins the championship, if you're the best player on the championship team, you're the best player in the league. Jalen Brunson just did that. I'm remaining consistent in something I've been saying for the past 20 plus years. Not just a new rhetoric with me. So that's why I'm willing to get in the ring with any one of them. Like I told y'all last night, to any other content creators from any other teams, if you're scared to debate, we can have a discussion live on the air in front of both of our audiences. I'm looking to set that up. Remember, all you have to do is contact me at info@thisweekinsidetheknicks.com. It's on the screen. I make it easy for you. If you want to set something up, email me right there. I'm down for it all day, every day. All right. But that's what PJ Tucker had to say about Jalen Brunson, the best player in the world. He puts him ahead of SGA. All right. I'm gonna get into the Brian Windhorst as well. Let me get into Brian Windhorst. Brian Windhorst. You know, a lot of you guys don't like Brian Windhorst. And I get it. You know, I felt like he was a little biased to the towards the Celtics. Not anymore, because the Celtics are trash. But I can't even say not anymore because I don't know how the hell he feels about the Celtics. You know, I have no clue what Brian Windhorst is spewing about the Boston Celtics on his little network over there, little big network over there. But I don't know what he's been saying about him. But, you know, he had an interesting interaction with a Knicks fan, not this past season, but the previous season, when the Knicks fan told him to shut up and he was a P word. Now, I didn't condone that, right? But Knicks fans, we're not really feeling what Brian Windhorst has to say, nor are we valuing what Brian Windhorst has to say most of the time after the time. I do think that sometimes he's on the money, right? And, you know, it is what it is. You know, he works for ESPN. He does his job. And I honestly don't got no beef with Brian Windhorst. I just know that he was riding with the Celtics a lot, right? And so I just want to touch on a couple of things. We talked about the towns. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I'm still in the link tree. My bad. Close this out. Got too many damn windows. My fault. Bam. So Brian Windhorst details the Knicks Carmelo Anthony dilemma. And he exclaims they don't want him to be a free agent. Now, I got a clip that I want to drop where I was talking about Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks. And pretty much, he needs to sacrifice some money for this thing to stay together. So there's a negotiation, I'm pretty sure, going on between Towns and the Knicks, because I agree with Windhorst on this one. I do not think that the Knicks want Towns to be a free agent entering this season, because if you don't know, and I could pull this up really quickly, Karl Anthony Towns has an option. All right. He has a player option. I'm going to pull his contract up. So this is where we are. This is where we are. Basically, he can opt out of this player option if he wants to. Now, he could also opt into it as well. So I'm curious to know. And how does he still have a trade bonus? That part I'm a little confused about because he was already traded. So I don't know how he still has to trade. I got to look into that. Oh, yeah, y'all can't see it. Right here, if you scroll down, he has a trade bonus right there. I don't know how that's possible, but hey, it is what it. Maybe he waived it. I don't know. Nonetheless, this is what it is with Karl-Anthony Towns. So this season. He's getting the $57 million. He's around 35% of the cap. Now next year, we went over this. This number right here, Towns could just opt in for 1 year. He could. But the goal would be for him to renegotiate this summer and add more. You get rid of this player option and then potentially get him for, 30% of the cap, 29% of the cap. Anything is better than 35%. This is the super duper max, okay? We call that the super duper max, all right? So Windhurst, I think he's on the money here with that. Knicks decided against extended Towns last year, okay? Which was a risk, because could you imagine if Towns would have been the finals MVP, right? We've seen the success he had as a hub, but imagine Towns continues to elevate his game and becomes Kajic 2.0, and now he is the finals MVP. You're going to have to pay that man, right? So this is another reason why the Knicks do not want him to be a free agent, because this could be the year where he does it. So usually you want to lock him down, and this is why Denver is in trouble, because Jokic is in the last year of his deal, and he's going to be a free agent. Yeah. So the Knicks are trying to negotiate to avoid that fate, all right? Towns proven himself as the Knicks' most important player alongside of Brunson. The extension negotiation is going to be brutal, all right? Crucial decisions. His max is a full $272 million for 4 years. It's a big contract. If we could get that down to 220, that is a major win. Let's see. All right. Now, of course, we want to avoid the second apron. We know that. That's not a mystery. That's why some of your favorite players, Mitchell Robinson, is out of here, because we just didn't want to go into the second apron. And a lot of y'all still believe that Dolan is at fault. See, y'all don't even understand that Dolan saved Leon Rose. Because no one would have, if Dolan was quiet and didn't say anything, you Mitchettes would have been blaming Leon Rose. So all Dolan gave you was an outlet to blame him and take the heat off of his general manager. You got to salute Dolan on that. That's a fire move. Y'all coming at Dolan, and y'all don't even understand the politics of the second apron. And the fact that every team has ducked it. Boston, Denver, Cleveland, Oklahoma, New York Knicks, none of them want any part of the second apron. This will be the first year that no team will be a second apron team. And you guys are like, Dolan messed up. We should go into the second apron. When we see the Oklahoma City Thunder lose 3 key players because they avoided the apron. We lost 1. They lost 3. 3 players. So the bottom line is, if you think next year we're going to go into the second apron, I'm telling you to guess again. It's not going to happen. But this is what Windhurst said. He wants a max extension, and it's completely reasonable. All right. Now, how does he know he wants that max extension? That's the mystery to me. These guys have sources. I'm just telling you what Windhurst said. But if his standard is max or bust, it becomes uncertain. Now, doesn't affect the 26-27 season, I disagree. I completely disagree. If this, what Windhurst is introducing is true, that Towns has a max or bust philosophy and there's a stalemate on the terms of the contract, Towns is going to be traded. Yes, he will be. There's no way you can allow this to happen. If they can't agree, I'm just saying if Windhurst is, what he's saying is true. I'm not saying this is going to happen. So before y'all come at me and say, oh, the objective fan is saying Towns is out. No, I'm saying if what Windhurst proposed is true, you cannot afford a player of Cat's caliber to go into free agency with the opportunity to waive the $61 million. And even then, you don't want him to sign the $61 million because then you'll be closer to that second apron. And now you got to cut other players. So yeah, it will impact it will impact this. I can't see Leon, and y'all could hold me to it. You know, I don't mind being held to the fire. I got a show called Smoking Fire, where there's smoke, there's fire, which we talk live after every game, whether the Knicks win or lose. And the opposing team, they're allowed to call in. I don't duck the smoke, nor do I duck the work from anybody. Unless you a troll or I have you blocked, you can call in. Whether you're a Spurs fan, Pacers fan, whatever. And the reason why I block people is because they're disrespectful, not because they're fans of another team, for the record. Anyway, if that max or bust scenario is true, that's crazy. All right? But I disagree with that. It doesn't affect this season. It will. The Knicks starters will be back, whether he signs it or not. I don't know about that. I don't know if that is a guarantee right there. But you know the Knicks don't want him to be a free agent in 27, which is where he could be. Now they left himself in the position to deal with that. So, you know, Windhurst has some interesting things to say. I don't know if I'm curious to know if this is a source on this, that, you know, he wants the max. Okay? He wants the max. You see this? And it's completely reasonable. I don't know. Because, all right, he doesn't have to do what Jalen Brunson did and sacrifice 8%. All he has to do, he can sacrifice the 5%. And that'll be enough. So you go from 35 to 30. Still good money. I mean, it's not 272, but it's not what Brunson sacrificed. And more than likely, I think he'll still be the highest paid player on the team. If that, you know, if that's his thing, you know, I want to be the highest paid player, because OG right now is at 25%. So you go down to 30, you still be the highest paid player until Brunson gets his deal. Right? So interesting comments by, you know, Windhurst. I'm not sure if y'all believe him or not, but either way, whether you believe him or not, smash that like button. Do appreciate the support. We still cooking with hot grease. Also, while you're at it, you might as well subscribe, because well over half of you guys who watch in the last 28 days, you're not subscribed. Subscribe now. Help us close that gap. All right. Flagship topic of the day, we're talking about Cason Wallace. All right. He's in a very interesting position. But what does his potential, well, I'm just going to say the rumors surrounding him, I like that better. What does those rumors say about Jalen Brunson? And like the thumbnail says, this is crazy. And, you know, if people want to say, oh, man, you're always bigging up Brunson. Of course I'm a big up Brunson. That's our captain. Hello. But like, what do you want me to do? By the way, salute to, is that Olga Stewart? Or OG's? Oh, no, OG Stewart. Thank you for the jewels. I do appreciate you. All right. Salute to the gifters. All right. Big time salute to y'all. Continue to smash that like button. Trying to think if I should get into the flagship topic now, or should I just keep it pushing? Trying to figure that out. I'm gonna hit you with one more topic, and then I'll get into it. I'm gonna hit you with another interesting one, since I'm I kind of like to link the things together. Jalen Duran right now is trying to find a team. The brother is scrambling right now to find a team that's willing to pay him. Now, look, this whole aprons and you know, the way the league is set up, it really hurts the players because the owners have all the leverage, right? Here's what I mean by that. We all thought that Towns was robbed for third team last year. A lot of us thought that, you know. So Jalen Duran and Chet Holmgren got third team, which made them eligible for the super duper max for them as a rookie. That's the 30%, not the 35%. Different level, right? All right. Now, Towns, however, is a 10-year veteran. Anytime you're a 10-year veteran, then you can sign the super duper max. So Detroit, even though they love Duran, they were upset that he received the third team because he's eligible for the 30% max, which is $300 million. Yes, 300. We back. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we are back. Make sure we good. Yeah, it looks good. All right. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to work to get the phone lines, but I'm gonna continue talking my talk. I'm talking about Duran, right? And just the politics of the. Maybe I'm just dropping too much. Maybe I need to tone it down on what I'm dropping, man. Computer just shut down just like that. Salute to y'all, man. We back in the building, y'all. We back in the building, man. All right. Crazy stuff. Salute. Let's continue to get those likes up, man. Man. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Glad to be back, though. Continue smashing that like button. All right. I got to set research mode up really quickly. I appreciate y'all for sticking around. So if you didn't smash that like button, just smash that like button for me. All right. Perfect. And let me just get my stuff back. But yeah, I was just talking about Jalen Duran and what he means for the Knicks. I'm getting to that right now. Jalen Duran right now. The Pistons told him to find another team. You know, they told him to find another team, y'all. I've never seen a team tell a young player, all-star, all-NBA third team, hey, man, you need to go find a third team, right? So that is the battle right now. And honestly, there's no guarantees they're going to work it out. You know, there's no guarantees they're going to work that out. You know, hold on. Bam. So, as you guys may know, we gave up Jalen Duran in a draft night trade. He could have been a Knick, should have been a Knick. Oh, well, he's not a Knick. But right now, the Pistons said, find another team. We'll trade you. Crazy. Now, before Duran was at the Pistons, he was a member of the Knicks, right? And before that, the Hornets, even though it was for a brief moment, you could say they did Detroit a favor by sending him. Sorry. Oh, damn. You could say they did him a favor, all right, by sending him, by sending the center its way on draft night, 2022. When we were doing all that move. Remember all the moves we had to do to free up space for Jalen Brunson? And look, Jalen, the Leon Rose shows you how he moves. Rookies take up space for him. So that's why he moves them. I need the capital to get the veteran players to do what I need to do versus getting some rookies. That's just how Leon moves. All right. all jokes aside, Durant and the Pistons are at a stalemate, with the center believing he is worth more than Detroit thinks he is. His camp underwhelmed, even though with the team's initial offer in free agency to explore signage. See, this is what I told you. They told him to explore sign and trade scenarios. He went to the Kings, but the Kings couldn't put it together because the Pistons were like, we don't want no damn Sabonis. You ain't going to stick Sabonis on us. We try to get younger and better. So if you don't got nobody younger or better, hit the road, Jack. And the truth is, they're not trying to pay that 30%, y'all. This is why I told, hey, y'all, salute to all the Knicks people in the chat. Did not tell y'all that if the Pistons could keep the team together, they'll be all right. I told y'all that. Remember I kept saying that? Because in the second apron era, it's very difficult to keep players together, right? And if Durant is like, look, man, I need my money. I need my bag. You can't really be mad at him because that everybody gets money. Why should the player sacrifice? So the Kings fell through and the Lakers didn't want him. The Lakers wanted Kessler, which in my opinion, I think Kessler would be the safest bet over Durant because you're going to have to pay Durant more. He's eligible for the $300 million extension, y'all. Yeah. That 30%, 5 years. So, man, they hit a stalemate, and right now they're trying to work it out. But I don't know. But yeah, it benefits us, though. We got rid of Durant. Detroit has to deal with that issue, okay? And that's their beef. But salute to the Knicks and Leon Rose. Getting rid of a problem before he became a problem. Now Detroit is like, yo, we willing to get rid of you. And the Pistons fans, y'all going crazy. But this is why I keep saying, we can't just look at these young teams and go, they're going to be here. You just never know what the future holds. We seen Shaq and Penny on the Magic. How many championships did we think they would win? And it never came into fruition. Because the truth of the matter is, right? You got to be able to keep these guys together, which is a task in itself. Especially when you're looking at San Antonio. We know that eventually they're going to trade De'Aaron Fox. But you got Castle and Harper. And Harper's already showing you, I think I'm the man. And they're trying to slow down his progression, the Spurs. Oh, yeah, you know, we're going to see what we'll do. And because he wants to start. And guess what? And we talk about the politics of back. The Spurs don't want Harper to start. Because if Harper starts and becomes an all-star, even worse, all-NBA, now you got to pay him that 30%. That's the way the league works. All right. Let me keep it pushing because I got to get to the phone lines. I'm still troubleshooting the phone lines behind the scenes. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to get into the flagship topic, all right, which is Cason Wallace. I know a lot of you guys are curious to see what I have to say about that. But you know, the NBA is in a very interesting position right now because you have young players who are trying to elevate their brands and take their talents to the next level. But these contract discrepancies, I feel like will continue to be discrepancies. But the truth of the matter, with all the finagling these teams try to do, the middlemen are going to be hurt. The middle guys are going to have to take less money in order to make a team. Perfect example. People believe Landry Shamet would have got way more money on the free market when you look at all of the big salaries, they all came from teams re-signing their guys for the most part. Kessler got a big bag elsewhere. That was a sign and trade though, right? So his rights was traded away in a deal. So I'm saying all of this to say that the money is where home is. But if home doesn't have the money to pay you, you're not going to always be able to go out and get more money. Now, Cason Wallace is a special case. He's already all NBA defense, right? And I think he's going into his 4th year. That means it's contract negotiation time. Now, what does he has to do with Jalen Brunson? And I have to talk to you guys about this stuff because, once again, they're not putting the respect on Jalen Brunson's name, and he's the best in the world. So you can say whatever you want to say about me talking about Brunson. He's the best player on the best team, which just so happened to be the New York Knicks. Okay? And Cason Wallace is in a very interesting position. The Oklahoma City Thunder already showed you they're not trying to spend no money to go into no second apron. So Cason Wallace next year, he will be up out of there. Or this year, but we'll see. I'm gonna pull up his years because I'm not sure. Let me really quickly. Let's pull up his years just as fact check, stat check that because I don't remember what year he's in. I know he's a young guy. He's still on this rookie contract. And ooh, this is the last year, y'all. So this is the last year for Cason Wallace. Then he becomes a restricted free agent, which I would assume they're going to sign and trade him next summer. Now, here is the Jalen Brunson comparison. All right. Jalen Brunson's pay cut has been well documented, even though people now, they want to try to devalue Jalen Brunson and say that, oh, he didn't take less money, which is big cap. Listen, anybody who's telling you that Jalen Brunson didn't take less money, all you have to do is do what I'm about to do. And then we're going to discuss where Jalen Brunson should get paid, because what a lot of people forget, Brunson was already All-NBA second team before he signed that deal. Like, let's not forget that. But it's one of the most important pay cuts in NBA history. It's the most important pay cut in NBA history. And the latest Cason Wallace extension rumor further cements how insane Brunson money is. Now, this is according to Michael Scott, or Mike Scotto from Hoops Hype. He says Wallace could get similar money to that of Christian Braun, Jalen Suggs, and Dyson Daniels. Do you know what all of these guys, or at least these two guys, have in common? Do y'all know? Of those guys, Suggs will make the most next year at $32 million, which just is around $5 million less of Jalen Brunson. So Cason Wallace, according to Michael Scotto, could get Brunson money next year. And by the way, if we look at Oklahoma, let's go back to the Thunder. Last time I checked, when I looked at this roster, it seems to me that Lou Dort is gone. Now, to all of you guys who watch the Oklahoma City Thunder, who starts when a starter's missing the most? Who's that guy? Is this guy, Cason Wallace. Cason Wallace will be a starter this year. So if Cason Wallace is a starter this year, the last year of his deal, we know they're going to trade him. They're going to be signed and traded. All right. This makes Brunson, I hope it puts into focus what his sacrifice is. But the fact that Cason Wallace could make as much as Jalen Brunson, the best player in the world, is crazy to me. Cason Wallace is nowhere near Jalen Brunson. He's nice, though. I like Cason Wallace, bro. He could play. Very good defender. And he can light you up from three. and he has some game to him. He ain't a slouch on offense. He's not a Keon Ellis who's just a catch and shoot. He can make plays if you need him to. I watch Oklahoma City Thunder very close. I was going to put them at my 82 Knights team, but I'm going to do the Lakers instead. But they were a team that were very resourceful. And Wallace and Joe, who's no longer there, stepped up mightily during the season for Oklahoma. So this guy is in position, and I think that if he starts, which I think he will start, he's going to get a bag, bro. But I just want to take this a step further, right? Because I said, yo, let me do some digging. I just want to look at the salaries for the upcoming season. And let's take a look at these salaries, y'all. This is for the 26-27 season. So as we go down the list, we see the big dogs on the list. Steph, Jokic, Giannis, AD, JT, Jalen Brown, Embiid. You see all the big Karl Anthony Towns, Devin Booker, Jimmy Butler, all right, Paul George, Luka Doncic, Kawhi Leonard, Donovan Mitchell, Cade Cunningham, Mobley, Jamal Murray, Trey, De'Aaron Fox. Didn't Jalen Brunson just give De'Aaron Fox the business? De'Aaron Fox is making more money than Jalen Brunson in the 26-27 season. Are you trying to tell me that De'Aaron Fox is better than Jalen Brunson? Is De'Aaron Fox more worthy of that money than Jalen Brunson? Matter of fact, let's go a step further, all right? Because I got time today, family. We're going to talk. We're going to talk basketball. But all I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the money. What does this say right here? De'Aaron Fox is getting paid how much? Is that 30% of the cap? So when you say that Jalen Brunson then sat, now I'm taking some stuff from my article. This is my article arguments right now. But when you say Jalen Brunson then sacrificed no money, are you trying to tell me that De'Aaron Fox is on a higher level than Jalen Brunson and he was worth the 30%, but Jalen Brunson was not worth the 30%? Is this realistically where we're going? I will not allow you Jalen Brunson naysayers to throw dirt on the captain's name. But when we're talking about Cason Wallace and the rumor that he's going to get paid in the same range as Jalen Brunson, who's a Finals MVP, NBA Cup MVP, Eastern Conference Final MVP, all in one season, that's a travesty. Bam Adebayo, not done. Jaren Jackson Jr., Zach LaVine, Pascal Siakam, Tyrese Halliburton. Y'all want to tell me? Yeah, so y'all taking Tyrese Halliburton over Jalen Brunson? Is Tyrese Halliburton, does he have more accolades than Jalen Brunson? Are we really going there? Hey, yes, we are. I'm going to go to Indiana. Let's take a trip to Indiana. Why not? Pascal Siakam, 29% of the cap. Tyrese Halliburton, 29% of the cap, y'all. Do y'all see this? And you want to tell me that Jalen Brunson didn't take a sacrifice when you got guys that's not on his level getting paid more money than him at a higher percentage of the cap? That is criminal. We're not done. We're gonna continue going down this crazy ass list. Anthony Edwards, $48 million. Lauri Markkanen. What the hell did Lauri Markkanen ever win? $46 million. Domantas Sabonis hasn't done nothing of substance. $45 million. KD, Agent KD, $43 million. OG Anunoby. So now we got two Knicks ahead of Jalen Brunson. By the way, OG Anunoby, $42 million. Around 25% of the cap. Ja Morant, a guy who hasn't played a game of significance damn near his whole career. He's been to playoffs one time. He's getting paid more money than Jalen Brunson. Are you kidding me? What about Darius Garland, a guy that Jalen Brunson gave the business to? This guy, $42 million. Zion Williams barely could stay on the floor. $42 million. Scotty Barnes, 41. Franz Wagner, 41. Austin Reeves, who just signed this deal, getting paid more money than Jalen Brunson to be a sidekick to Luka Doncic. And a lot of you guys would argue that Jalen Brunson is better than Luka Doncic. But his sidekick is getting paid more than Jalen Brunson. Chet Holmgren, Paolo Bencaro, Jalen Williams. What did Jalen Williams do? He did nothing. $41 million. He's getting paid 25%. Michael Porter, $40 million. SGA, $40 million. By the way, SGA is on the last year of his rookie deal, and SGA did not qualify for the Supermax. He didn't sacrifice nothing. SGA didn't qualify for the Supermax. Right? Go down the list. LaMelo Ball. What has LaMelo Ball done in his career? Tyrese Maxey. Brandon Ingram. What has he won? Kyrie Irving. The aging Kyrie Irving. Desmond Bane. What the hell has Desmond Bane done to get paid more money than Jalen Brunson? Can y'all tell me that? And then we get to Jalen Brunson, number 46 on the list. The best player in the world. He's number 46 on the list. Behind Desmond Bane, Kyrie Irving, and Brandon Ingram. He's getting paid the same amount of money of Jalen Green, Rudy Gobert, and just a little bit more than Alfred Sengun. Are you kidding me right now? And you want to tell me that Jalen Brunson didn't sacrifice any money? I mean, how many of these guys, probably besides Kyrie Irving and Maxey, made an All-NBA team? I give you one. How many of these guys, and you can include Kyrie Irving, has made All-NBA team in the last 2 years? So when we're talking about Cason Wallace and we're talking about young guys getting paid the big bucks, it's insane to me that Jalen Brunson is on the short end of the stick. And if this doesn't show the sacrifice, I don't know what else to show you. Because most of these guys are not even All-NBA teamers, dog. The ones that are 25% for sure are not All-NBA teamers. And they're getting paid more money than Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson signed the deal as an All-NBA second teamer. How many of these guys have that accolade? Because you have to be All-NBA team to get the 30% or the 35%. Or if you have it, I don't want to get to too many details. But look, man, I'm opening up these phone lines. 646-995-8389. Call up. All right, hold on. Let me make sure the phone line is. I've been troubleshooting the lines. Give me a second. I'm still working on it. All right. But if you want to call up, you can. If I miss your call, I will get back to your call. All right. So if you want to call up, you can. Hopefully the phone line works. I just reset it again. I'm going to get it. All right. You guys know how resourceful I am. But I just wanted to go back online quickly to keep the stream going. By the way, smash that like button as well. Right, do appreciate the support. All right, got a lot of topics. Feel free to call up, express your opinion. Whether you agree with me or not, I don't care. Also, check out the 82 Nights. Pre-orders are available right now. It includes the complete 26-27 schedule for the Knicks' upcoming season. Plus, all 12 components of the 82 Nights intelligent basketball system. That's game tracking, stat trends, 10-game reviews, players to watch, fan engagement pages, season reflections, and much more. Pre-orders include free shipping, and your journal is included and scheduled to arrive early October, right before the season begins. All you have to do is check out my link tree. The link is in the chat. All right. And you, at least I hope, you know what? If it's not in the chat, I'm going to put it back up there. put it right back right now. All you have to do, check out my link tree, and you will be able to paste your order. I don't think it's there, so I'm just going to put it again. All right. And I'm still trying to get this phone line to load up. I almost forgot to reload it. As soon as it reloads, I'm going to get you guys up in the building. All right. Bam, the link tree is there. All right. And I'm going to take a peek in the chat, even though I shouldn't, but I'm going to take a peek anyway. Hey, salute to my man Ty. He said he's triggered by the stats. Salute to my man Sean. Yeah. Yeah, I took, by the way, some of those arguments I was just sharing is in my article that I'm writing. I'm still working on it. I'm kind of swamped with some other stuff I'm doing. But yeah, I like to include a lot of details into my article. And that's the type of process that I go through. You know, when we're talking about a sacrifice, okay, let's look at everybody's money. And let's put them to the test. You know? Let's put him to the test to see what Jalen Brunson deserves and what he doesn't deserve. And none of these guys have done what Brunson has done. So how do we justify the pay? It's crazy to me. But the fact that Cason Wallace can walk away with a bag that's similar to Brunson, and y'all talking like he ain't sacrificed nothing, man. I don't know what to tell y'all. I really don't know what to tell y'all. I might have to get into another topic because this is loading up. I'm trying, yeah. I'm trying to get the phone lines going. Salute to Joseph. I appreciate y'all, man. I see OKF Nation in here heavy. Salute to FS Wisdom. All right. And yo, by the way, FS, I'm not trying to take nothing away from Cason Wallace, right? I'm not trying to say, let me add that too. I'm not trying to say Cason Wallace doesn't deserve to get paid. You know, I'm not a player hater. I want everybody to get paid. I'm for the players, dog. I'm always going to be for the players. But what I am saying is my man Jalen Brunson deserves more than what he has. And for people to now act like he didn't sacrifice anything, I mean, it's crazy to me. It was really mind-boggling that people really believe that he didn't sacrifice anything. Yeah, oh, I see some discrepancies off the Brad. You know? And like I said, you know, people want to say, well, he's not the same Brunson. He was all NBA second team. So, you know, if you all NBA second team, dog, yeah. Okay, we got the phone lines working. Hey, what's good, Rock? Can you hear me? I'm back. What's good, Rock? Can you hear me?
Yeah, he's loud and clear, bro.
Hey, I got the phone lines working, man. You know I'm not gonna give up.
Yo, word
What's
from
up?
word from my peoples is JB Bigstaff was outside working on your power line. Flying talk about I'm gonna take care of this.
Hey, yo, they told Durant to go find a team, bro.
Yo, say I'm not say I'm garbage without saying I'm garbage.
Mm-hmm. But I told y'all when he got that All NBA third team, y'all, man, they was scared. Like, oh my God, now we gotta pay him.
Yo, I thought it one night. When you was talking, but you know how you be cycling through so many stories. I forgot to talk about it. Yo, you was dead right on that whole situation with Harper and them trying to keep his value down by not letting that young bull get in the start lineup, start running wild.
100%. Oh man, you see the play. See, look, when y'all watch the NBA now, just look at the plays that's going on. It's all a play. But go ahead. Sorry, I don't mean to take the time.
I know, but man, I know that they But you know, it's poor management for acquiring Fox anyway because
Right.
he was in Sacramento. He got Brown out of there because Brown criticized him and said, because there's a clip of it online, and said that he has to be more disciplined and do this and listen
Yeah.
to what's going on. He got mad and went to upper level management. Next thing you know, Brown is out of there. How can you take his side and not Brown's side when he's trying to make him a better player? He's supposed to take
Right.
instruction. So
Exactly.
so that means he's uncoachable. And based on what we saw in the finals, how could you give somebody like that money?
Hey, man. I don't know. I don't know. Crazy.
Mm, wow. That's like that's like hiring a daycare worker when you know she got a bad record of taking care of kids. I mean, no sense.
Good point. Good
But
point.
any case, man, people actually saying that Jalen Brunson wasn't a value.
Yeah, there's people that say there's a narrative going around that he did not sacrifice anything. Yeah.
It
pissed me off.
Got to be Wemby stable, man.
People saying Wimpy sacrificed more than Brunson did.
You know, it's like a family got a Honda Accord and they need another family car, and this Lamborghini said, "I'm gonna make myself available to them," and he come down in his price. That's exactly what we got, man. We got
Exactly
the
what
most
we
valuable
got.
for our buck for in history, bro.
10
That's a fact.
seconds.
Man, that's crazy. I'm just waiting for this season when we smoke a team in the playoffs. What they gonna say then? We could have beat them if they wasn't wearing sneakers.
They got analytics, man. You know, they all got these special analytics that show they won when they lost.
It's crazy, bro.
Insane.
Crazy. Yeah, bro. All right, bro.
I appreciate on the way out. I just want to know which Knick will have a breakout year. Which Knick you think will have a breakout year on the way out?
That's a good one. If he's still with us, I think. Well, he had a good season anyway. Deuce is gonna reassert himself.
Ooh. Okay.
That's the other thing.
If he's there. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Rock. Great call.
All right, bro. Thanks.
All right. Hey, y'all, keep the calls coming, man. Phone lines are back up, man. 646-995-8389. If you did call, I have no record of it. For some reason, when the app is not open, none of the calls go through. Right. This is why I tell y'all, don't call me on this app, because I don't always have this app open. All right. 646-995-8389. Yeah, if it's not open, none of your calls will show up. All right. That's just, it's a weird app. But if you want to call, you can. 646-995-8389. He said Deuce McBride. I got an interesting Deuce topic as well that I'm going to jump into while you guys are calling up. So I want to start this by saying this. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to get right to Deuce after this call. Right to Deuce after this call. What's good, Ty?
Hey, man. Why'd you do this on my nice, lovely Thursday, man? This is crazy.
Hey, we had to talk about it. Hey, I read, man. I read too much. Then they become topics.
Yo, fam, I'm triggered on so many levels. First of all, yo, man. How you doing, bro? How you doing, man?
Yo, I was hooping today, man. I was hooping today.
For real?
Yeah, they brought the line back out.
Did you make any points? I know your defense.
I hit 4 straight threes.
Come on. All right, I'm gonna go in there and look. I know you put it on the stream. I know you.
No, I'm not streaming yet.
Okay.
So you gotta take my word for it. I think I'm gonna start streaming next week.
Okay, I will. You know what I'm saying? Get that rust off you, because I don't need you out there going 1 for 3 again. But your defense was impeccable.
Yeah, no, defense is always impeccable. But you know what happened, right, Ty? I found myself like I'm not comfortable on the floor. Like my jumper ain't falling, so it's like I'm not hesitant, but I'm playing passive.
A little
You
reluctant.
know.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but then when he started talking smack, this dude started talking smack. I said, nah, dog, give me the
You gotta
ball.
let it go. Yeah, you gotta
I
let it go.
need
You
that.
gotta yeah, at
I
that
needed
point,
that.
you know, once they start talking, you just gotta let it go, fam. You know what I mean?
100%. I thanked him too.
Yeah.
I said, yo, thank you for bringing the lion out. I'm ready. I'm back now. Now when I'm hooping, I'm just
Yeah.
going hard, yo.
You know, you just gotta go. You just gotta go. You just gotta go.
Mhm.
It never can be too much defense. You gotta make people honest, man. That's
That's a
what Mike
fact.
used to do. Mike used to lock people up, fam, and then on offense it was easy for him because he already took their heart. So yeah.
That's a fact.
But okay, all right, man. Just okay. So your topic is okay. All right, the Cason Wallace. Okay, I want everybody to get their money, fam.
No, of
You
course.
know,
Of course.
but here's the thing, and you're 100% right in what you've been saying. I swear this summer since the offseason you've been cooking. Look, bro, yo, Jalen Brunson deserved what a lot of these players are getting just since he came to the Knicks, because he took us to the playoffs, went to the Eastern Conference Finals, did it again, and actually won it. So when you talk, forget about this year, because this year we know it is what it is. But he deserves that type of money before this year, just being a second team All NBA,
Right.
and he didn't get
Right.
that. Just off the strength of taking the Knicks from where they were to where we are, right? Like he has
Facts.
been an integral part. That's what Charles Barkley kept saying. This is one of the greatest signings in NBA history, with the Knicks
Yeah.
getting Jalen Brunson from the Mavericks. This is why the
100%.
Mavericks cut their nose despite their face. Like, we're not sending them no more players. What did we just do? You know what I'm
We're
saying?
gonna sign our eighth center
Right.
just to not let him go there.
Just to not, and I think Adam Silver's wrong for that, because I think that if you're doing that, it's almost like you're still kind of tanking. It's not a tanking, but it's still manipulation of the league, because you're gonna sign. They got players. They oversigned players, right? What they got, 16.
Right.
So you're not sending them to the G League. So but like someone said, and I forget who it was, they said Leon Rose gonna be sitting in the back waiting for them to get released and mess up. You know what I mean? Come the year.
True story.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, Jalen deserves it, man. I love JB, man, and that was one of my biggest things about him sacrificing early this year, when I said he took that sacrifice, because without him doing that, fam, we wouldn't be where we are. And he said
Hell
it on
no.
I think it was the Fanatics, on one of them shows.
Yeah.
He said that he would do it again.
Oh, a lot
He
of
said he would do it
content.
again.
Yeah.
He said he
Great
said he would
content.
do it again. So at the end of the day, Jalen Brunson knows what it is. So when it's time for him to go get that bag, I don't want to hear people crying he don't deserve it. All these people who haven't done anything, they're getting paid off of their potential talent, like their
Right.
athleticism. They're getting paid for, like, marketing. Get out of here, okay? I don't even want to go down
30%.
the line. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
like,
goodness.
Are you Sabonis, Fox, you
Yes.
are an embarrassment. The NBA is a
Crazy.
mental health league, meaning you can be a Muggsy Bogues or you can be a Wemby. But if you got it between the ears, you can play on this league. De'Aaron Fox proved he need to be in the G League by him not dribbling that ball out, trying to make a layup, embarrass his whole team, lost it for his team. Get out of here, De'Aaron Fox. You sat over there in Sacramento. You got Mike Brown fired. So okay, let's part ways and see who wins. Okay, we won. You went over there with an alien who they pushed to get to the finals. We got it by our bootstraps, our hard hat, and our Timbs tied up. So at the end of the
That's a
day,
fact.
stop talking about what the Knicks don't deserve. You see, I don't care about these people, getting their bread, but at the end of the day, don't count somebody else's chicken. You want to sit over here.
Exactly.
Jalen Brunson is sitting at a table with a feast being prepared for him, and they're mad. Okay, he's the king of New York. You sitting up here, you got him looking bad as far as comparing him to these players who are not even comparable. These guys are trash. They're getting paid off of analytics. They're getting paid off of what they did in college. But damn, Brunson won 2 chips and college player of the year,
Right.
and he still didn't get paid. So what are we talking about? His athleticism? You mad because he getting it the old way, the traditional way, the you know what I'm saying, what they call the basics? You know what I mean? But you gave Tim Duncan all the glory when he was the big fundamental, but now you got a point guard who's the big body fundamental, and you guys can't handle it. You can't handle it. They're getting mad because Jalen Brunson has made everybody eat crow. They can't help it. They don't even. Everyone is falling on the sword. Players are falling on the sword. The media is falling on the sword. Coaches are falling on the sword. Whole organizations, owners are falling on the sword. You talking about the second apron? What Dallas Mavericks did was egregious. You signed that. You took that center from.
Hey, but you know what though? Somebody said something. They said, "What if Leon was just making them sign him, like playing mind games? Like he knew he wasn't gonna get him, like the same way we did with Kid. Remember what we did?"
Yes.
I think that's some of that's going on. Some of that posture maybe there. Sure.
And then, okay, I'm gonna get off of that topic. What the Wemby? Now I'm tired. Listen, I've never. Okay, I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest with everybody. I never disliked a player like I like outside of. I hate Tyrese Halliburton. I can't stand him. I know him and JB are friends, but I can't stand Tyrese Halliburton. Yeah, I can't stand him. But I respect Tyrese because even though his game is awkward, it's efficient and it works for him. But and he's not and he's trying like Cade Cunningham. I'm not a fan of Cade neither. I think his game is a little subpar, but for his size and his height and to be able to handle the ball, he just reminds me of a better Ben Simmons to a degree. But here's the thing.
Damn, you said a better Ben Simmons.
Yeah. But because they both like 6'10". I don't know what size. Cade seems really tall. I don't know how tall he is. He might be 6'8" or whatever.
I think 6'7".
Oh, okay. Yeah, but just running point guard, he looks bigger. But
big guard.
Yeah, but when you're talking about Wemby is the most disgusting, egregious player that I've ever met in my life. And let me tell you, and that I've ever seen in my life. Because here's the thing. All the potential that Wemby has, he could be super great. He could be this game-changing, this generational talent, but he can't because he don't got it between the ears. His press conference, his player personnel, the way he competes and his professional, he don't got it. He don't shake hands. He gets mad. He gets mad at the media. He can't take hard questions. He gets mad at his team. He yelling at him on the sideline. I get the passion. That's one thing the NBA is missing is that passion. But at the end of the day, you can't let that passion get in the way of your cognitive functions. You're sitting out here. You know what the heck you're doing. You're playing in the NBA, okay? And at the end of the day, you know good and well there's certain things you're allowed to do and certain things you're not allowed to do. But for the mere fact that you know that you were allowed to get away with fouling, elbowing Nas Reed, throwing Jalen Brunson to the ground, getting mad because the Knicks made you look bad. You're talking about y'all won them series analytically like Cleveland did, but at the end of the day, it's 48 minutes, dude. He's trash. Right. And Karl-Anthony Towns really wanted to say that when they asked Karl-Anthony Towns on the Fanatics, they said Taylor Rook said, "Hey, why was you so efficient against Wemby?" You know what he said? He said, I just trusted my craft. And he said, you know what? And I'm one of the best big men in the world too. I love that for Karl-Anthony Towns. So Wemby didn't sacrifice shit. Excuse my French. He got his money. And that's what he was gonna get. He's from another country. He's from France or wherever he's from. They're gonna get their bag. They're gonna get their bag. They're not over here. Jalen's from America. He knows the political part of America. Wemby gonna get his bag. He didn't do anything. He's a big, spoiled little kid, 22 years old, still wet behind the ears. They pushed him into stardom because they didn't want OKC. I don't know, for whatever reason. That's my little conspiracy theory. I'll leave it alone. But I just don't like Wemby. He's trash. Come on. I don't even know what I'm saying right now because you're pissing me off with this.
Just in case, I'm gonna put the disclaimer just in case. I feel like I gotta put. Yo, Ty, man. Yo, great call. On the way out, I got a question. On the way out, there's one more question.
Yeah.
Who on the Knicks will have a breakout season this year? Who do you think?
Oh, that's pretty easy, man. Just listening and everything and looking at how people are lining things up. I think Josh Hart is going to be more offensively assertive. He kind of snuck that in there when Jalen Brunson had said something about kind of critiquing him, his practice habits and stuff like that. I think Josh Hart, but I think I'm going to go with Anunoby. I think Anunoby is actually going to be.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but You know what?
It's a good one.
I'm gonna stick. I'm always say OG because I think OG's ceiling has not been reached yet. But I think Josh Hart has another chamber of his game that he's gonna unlock, and I think we're gonna be surprised. Yeah, I think that three ball and Josh Hart is gonna really be a marriage this year for us. Yeah, yeah,
All right,
yeah.
man. Thank you, Ty.
All
Great
right,
call,
family.
my brother.
Salute, man. Salute, bro.
All right. Yeah, that's one thing I'm gonna do going forward. I'm gonna make sure we all answer the question. Feel me? I'm gonna get into one more topic. All right. Damn, y'all making me want to do another show tonight. Hold on, I'm gonna get into another topic though. I want to talk since we talked about somebody talked about Deuce earlier, right? I think that was my man Rod talking about Deuce. He said that he think Deuce could have the breakout year. It's not personal, it's business, right? There's a world where Deuce might can stay, but he's going to have to take a significant pay cut. Okay? Which I think Deuce is a little different from Mitch. And maybe I might have to do content on that. Oh, let me write that down. I might have to do content on that. Hold up. Yeah, I'm gonna do content on that. Be on the lookout for that. I might make that a unfiltered. Anyway, but so Deuce McBride is in a very interesting position, if you ask me. It's like he's playing for his Knicks career, but will he even get the opportunity to play for his Knicks career? I mean, that is the mystery to me. You signed Jose, 3-year deal. Landry Shamet, 3-year deal. Jordan Clarkson, 1-year deal. Is that the priority? And those other two, not the three, but two of those guys got favorable long-term deals. So what does this mean for Deuce? However, there is a chance that Deuce can stay. And there's two ways that Deuce can stay. Right? Now, Big Bodega Cat and Deuce, you see them together. Oh, I'm not in research mode. Bam! Big Bodega Cat, Deuce, you see them together. Towns adjustment sets Miles McBride up for career year. Down 2-1 in the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs, the Knicks have set themselves up to be NBA champions. Of course, winning by enabling Towns as the playmaker. Every part of Mike Brown's year-long plan seemingly clicked into place as the Knicks learned in real time what success might need to look like. The big man's playmaking didn't involve bringing up the basketball to court. I think that's the next level for Cat. Do we see Cat bringing up the ball this season? Could you see Cat adding that to his game? That'd be crazy, right? All right. So he didn't bring the ball up. Towns did, however, become the command center of the Knicks offense with an arsenal full of options, from his own versatile scoring to bruising physical cuts of OG Anunoby and adept off-ball relocations of Jalen Brunson. Those flex options were fire. All right. Another one of those weapons was the three-point shooting of Deuce. What's going to happen to Deuce, man? A lot of you guys, are y'all forgetting about Deuce? Shame on you. What's going to happen to the Deuce chance? Are we going to say them again? A lot of us, are on the trade Deuce train, right? I'm saying the only reason why I brought up trading Deuce is for business. But I just thought about a scenario where Deuce actually stays. I'm gonna do a video on that. All right. Now, Towns' playmaking would help hide Deuce's biggest weakness. During the title run, McBride was fresh off of the hernia that put a damper on his tendency to get hot and swing games. Despite making just a third of his field goals, he did swish 37% of his threes. That's not a bad number. All right. But the conversion rate came on an average of 4.2 shots per game behind the arc. Still not close to the 6.6 he averaged throughout the season, and shot well over 40%. Yeah, Deuce is a beast, dog. The general decrease in production seemed to be the result of both decreased playing time. He averaged 26 minutes during the regular season, but only got 17 in the playoffs. All right. Now, next season, he should be ready to suit up. Hopefully, that hernia is not still bothering him. It'll be a contract year, which, there's a lot of mystery there. A lot of mystery, intrigue as to what's going to happen. All right. But Big Bodega Cat playmaking could help offset Deuce and as a spot up shooter, right? Because we know Deuce is not a real bring up the ball point guard, but Cat could save Miles McBride by setting him up and potentially with the contract. I'm going to do content on that, though. I'm going to get back to these phone lines. If you do want to call up 646-995-8389, what do you guys think about Cats as the hub, as a savior for Deuce, helping him get some open, easy shots? Do you think that will work? If you want to call up and talk, 646-995-8389. The phone lines are working. I'm curious to see exactly what you guys have to say. I think I might do another video tonight. A live tonight. Because I'm liking the way this is going. Got more callers. If I miss your call, I will call back.
Karan, what's going on?
Angie, we in the building.
We in the building. Y'all done sent all this rain and storm to Charlotte. Come on now.
Oh wow, it's raining in Charlotte, man. It's a beautiful day in New York, man.
It's thundering. Pouring. Everything you was talking about the other days, it's made its way here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's all
Stay
good.
safe and stay dry.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hey, I want to hit your main question. Who do I think is going to be our breakout player this year? And I actually have a combo, but I have a number one. My number one is Cat, and the reason I say Cat is and I really believe Cat is going to be one of the major reasons why we repeat. Because one of the things I believe Cat took into this summer, and I've heard a couple of interviews he's done, he got to him that he disappeared in a lot of games, right? And he didn't. Right. He's the highest player. He's the best center. They said for a long time. Minus Wemby. All the rhetoric with Wemby. They always said that Cat was the best center in the league, and Cat really has a chip on his shoulder. And I think next season we're not going to see any of those games. I think there's an intentionality right now with Cat going into the summer to make sure that he doesn't disappear. And I think Coach Brown, as we all been saying, that this hub offense, we just tapped into it in the playoffs.
Right.
So they're going to have all off season, and I think Cat is going to he's going to go to another level in that hub offense as well, because I think he wants to send a message to Adam Silver. Yeah, I am still the best center in this league. And stop disrespecting not only me but also my captain. And so I just hear that in Cat, and I think Cat is going to be the reason. The other one that was my close first was Mikal. I think Mikal got that 5 draft pick monkey off his back. And so I think we're going to see a Mikal that we saw in Phoenix, that we saw in Brooklyn, but at even more elevated level. Because as a baller, Karan, there's something when you playing free, right? When you playing free and the noise has kind of went down. And I think for Mikal, we're gonna see a Mikal we've always wanted to see, expected to see, and I think we're gonna see something even again better than what we saw before. And I think the combination of Cat and Mikal elevating their game, because I believe OG and Cat and Brunson and Josh is gonna come with what they come with. They dogs. Dogs are gonna be dogs, right? So I think those two missing pieces elevating their game, I think that is
10
going to be the reason
seconds.
why we win, this repeat, next season. So, um,
Mm.
yeah, I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but that's, and I mean, I wasn't a big Cat. Cat used to get on my nerve all season, but I've been listening to him, I've been watching him, and I'm like, yeah, if Cat comes back the way that we need Cat to come back, oh, it's going to be a problem. There's no one going to be able to guard him. I don't care if it's Miami. I don't care if it's Philly. I don't care if it's Boston. They have no answer for a Cat that really shows up with his A-plus game. There's no answer
Right.
in the East Coast for it at all.
Hey, I agree. He's the best in the East for sure. For sure.
Yeah. And I mean, Wemby, I like I said, Cat A-plus. I'm just looking at go back to the championship. But if I want to look at we repeating, I think Cat is the best center in the league. If he elevates his game to an A-plus game, I think that's what's going to blow our mind this year. And I think Cat's going to be in the running for MVP. He's going to be in the running. He's going to and JB is so unselfish that JB is going to be one of his biggest cheerleaders, if you will, so because that's the type of team that we have, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That's my take on that. I just wanted to call in because I think I think it's Cat and I think it's Mikhail too. I think
Okay.
those two are going to be the two for us, and so and thank you for mentioning that Deuce piece, 3 minutes ago, because I we talked about this the other day. Is like the only way we're not trading Deuce if some way Deuce is telling them that he's about that he some type of under the table handshake that I'm going to take
Mm-hmm.
this amount and I'll be satisfied. If he does not say that and for sure and like some gentleman agreement behind the curtains, they're not going to keep Deuce. We just can't.
Right.
We just can't.
Right.
Yeah.
100%. Thank you, Angie. I appreciate that your honest answer.
Okay.
All right.
All right. You be good.
Great
Smash
call.
those likes. All right. Bye-bye.
No doubt. No doubt. I mean, it's hard to argue against anybody. I think anybody could get it. I just don't know if I'm sold on Cat as an MVP. I just don't see his game as that. I think that he's just too selfless, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just think that will hold him back from getting the MVP honors. But it could get him All NBA, back on All NBA team. Faster to Pitch. I know $2 ain't nearly enough, but a second show tonight, please. With prayer emojis. I'll see. I'm really waiting on LeBron. Like I would love to just like talk about LeBron, where he's going. I feel like that would make me come back to do another show. There's always more topics to talk about. We've been talking about a lot of topics, man. And when I get on these shows, I don't just come with one topic, right? I be coming here with like 8 topics. I come in here with like 8 topics and a question. I might only share like 4 or 5 usually. I go off the vibe of how I'm feeling throughout the show. But I'll see. I do got some clips, man. I will be dropping a lot of clips for sure. So be on the lookout for the clips. Because, we drop a lot of good oh, yeah, I didn't mean to call. My bad, Angie. But we drop a lot of good clips. So, always be on the lookout for that. I got a first-time caller. Let's see who this is. Got a couple of first-time callers up. You want to call up? Call up. 646-995-8389. See who this person is.
Hello?
If they answer. Hey, hello?
Yes.
How's it going? What's your name? Where you calling from? Hello? That's why I don't like first-time callers, man. Sometimes it goes good. Sometimes it goes bad, man. All right. Let me keep it pushing. What's good, Sean?
Hey, Karan.
How's it going? I mean, I said Sean. Ron, my fault.
No,
How's it
it's
going,
okay.
family?
Yeah, I'm not going to get to everything that I wanted to talk about.
I was looking at the NBA notes and I noticed your name as signing with New Orleans.
My name?
Yeah. Caron Pierre Jr.
No, I'm not a junior.
Okay. Same name
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Same name. Yeah. Yeah, same name. But no, that's not me.
Okay.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I sign the big deal, man. I'll let you know first. You'll be the first one. But what's going on, man?
As far as Deuce is concerned, I mean, look, anybody that's putting that guy down for any reason is ridiculous. Well, he didn't come through in the playoffs and stuff. I mean, come on. Somebody's going to be cold in a playoff anyway. And the thing about Deuce is, I mean, the only reason that he wasn't sixth man going into the playoffs is because of the emergence of Landry Shamet, who was just on fire. So Shamet, moved ahead of him in a pecking order. And, we don't know what's going to happen. I mean, Shamet could get injured during the season or anything, and all of a sudden, Deuce is the guy that's got to come off the bench. I don't want Clarkson coming off the bench. Deuce is better than Clarkson. He's a better outside shooter. He's more controlled. He doesn't go wild. He keeps his assignments. He's disciplined. I mean, Deuce is a great three-point shooter all year long, and he won games all year long for the Knicks, giving them a higher seeding that nobody is giving him credit for. They're just basing it off of he came back from his hernia and he had a few bad shooting games, so, he didn't come through. I think that's, ridiculous. You could always point fingers at anybody, coming back from an injury and say, well, they didn't come through. They can't play in a clutch. That's BS. So I think that the thing I wanted to wonder about was if they are going to make a deal, would you put, say, Deuce and a couple of second rounders? They have 4 next year in a draft. Would you take a couple of twos and Deuce and see maybe what you could get for that if you're looking for either a backup 5 or maybe a 3 or 4? Because I'm not convinced that Diawara is ever going to really be a good enough shooter. I know they don't want his name just who's the guy that they picked up? It's Jeremy Sohan. They came out and they said they don't want him next year. Only because he hasn't done well enough on offense, and in Brown's offense, they need a shooter to be a 3-and-D guy, and if he can't shoot, if he can't come through outside with a shot, then he doesn't fit the offense anymore. Even if he is a good defender. So I guess Sohan won't be back for that reason. So, and Diawara, I don't think has proven to me that he's a consistent bucket as a 3-and-D. So nickel would be kind of a reach to throw him in there before he's ready. So I'm wondering if maybe they need more of a shooter rather than a rebounder, a 4 guy.
I prefer a 4 like a GG Jackson. That's just my dream. I know it's not going to happen, but I would love to get a GG Jackson on our bench. I think he would make us a lot taller, and he plays defense. So my last question on the way out, Ron, which Nick is going to have a breakout year in your opinion?
Well, let me answer it this way. There's a guy I would like to see have a breakout year.
Okay.
And that's Mikal Bridges.
Ooh.
Because we have seen, or I have seen, I've been looking over tape, I mean, because sometimes we forget so easily. He was doing things, I mean, with the Nets. He was driving to the basket. He was getting fouled. He was going to the foul line, taking foul shots. I mean, he wasn't just, like the 4th option. And when they needed him, when he had to be the guy, he would play aggressively. He would bang with guys because I've seen it. We've seen it for years. Yeah. It's just since he's been with the Knicks, he's been a little bit more non-contact, kind of a 4th option, likes to pass the ball around rather than necessarily take the shot. Also, I think OG is going to be like Superman. I think, remember, let me just say this. OG with Toronto, and you know that was saying I want to be more involved with the offense in Toronto because he was basically just a great defender. And I think after what he did and how he took over in the playoffs, not just that tipping, but I mean everything, baseline, power moves and everything else, I could see him really getting off next year.
I agree.
He could sky and really be considered a superstar by the time the year is over.
Ooh, I like it, and he gonna be on TV for like 50 games, so they gonna see it. But thank you, man. I appreciate it, Ron.
Sure.
Great
Take
call.
care. Yep. Thank you.
All right. A lot of interesting answers on the breakout player. That's why I'm asking that question. I think that it could go in a lot of directions. Yeah, a lot of directions. Let me see if I get this first time caller. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, yeah, I'm calling from Wisconsin. I'm watching the show right now.
What's going on, man? What's your name out of Wisconsin, my brother?
Twin. I'm gonna try to answer all your questions.
Let's go.
First, like you were saying, LeBron with the Knicks, LeBron has to make his decision. That's a big thing, LeBron. And then as far as with the Knicks, they need somebody to help Jalen Brunson as far as him bringing up the ball, because now big question was, can he for his height? And he didn't answer that. He didn't answer he can go through anybody, he can go around. So Karl Anthony Towns has to step up. The rest of the team has to step as far as helping him bring the ball up. He's gonna need help if the Knicks ever want to repeat again. That's one. And then Wemby, I agree with the older head who was talking earlier. Wemby, he has been a huge disappointment. He has been a huge disappointment as a fan watching the NBA. I'm not gonna lie. They boosted him up like he was going. Like I would even say like they helped him in the media as far as getting him there a little bit, and he did not answer it, not one bit.
Right.
Karl Towns, he still had to answer the call. It's still questions around him. What's the other guy named with the lower cut on the Knicks who can shoot? Bridges.
Excuse me, Brad.
Bridges.
Mikal Bridges.
Yeah. He still has to answer the call on some things. It's still questions around him. Dude,
So really quickly, I'm gonna let you cook. Are you a Knicks fan?
No, I'm actually I'm a Lakers. I'm actually a Lakers fan when Kobe was alive, but I've just been watching the league ever since. So.
Oh, okay. So you was a Kobe fan,
I slowly became a Knicks fan because.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go.
I slowly became a Knicks fan because I seen what they was building around. I just liked the chemistry. Villanova, the guys, like the guys that they grabbed. I seen what it was becoming. Kent has to still answer that call. If they wanna, they have to keep building around Jalen Brunson. They have to protect him. He's the key. They have to get other players to go around. Deuce has to be healthy or they're not gonna win. Karl Anthony Towns has to help. He has to keep playing defense, or the Knicks, they'll never win another championship. That's just what it is. I'm not surprised. I knew they would win it, but OKC, them not having all their players healthy, that was a huge thing. I don't even think Wemby would have made it. And the Spurs, if the OKC would have been healthy and had they full lineup, the whole thing would have been different.
Yeah, but Deuce may not even be on the team. He might get traded. So I'm not sure if his health is going to stop us.
If he gets traded, that's gonna be a loss for the Knicks, because that's more that Jalen Brunson gonna have to handle. Not that he can't handle it, but the more that's helping him, the more the other players stepping up, the more that's gonna boost the Knicks up. That's all I'm gonna say. Especially if LeBron entering the East. That's another thing. That's all I want to say. Yeah.
So Wisconsin Knicks fan, I got one last question. I want to know who will have a breakout season for the Knicks.
Oh, who I think it's gonna be? It's gonna have to be Josh Hart, or it's gonna have to be Karl Anthony Towns. If it's not either one of those two, then the Knicks will not be going back. They will be exiting early. They will make it to the playoffs, but they will be exiting early because those two are the key. Jalen Brunson is going to need help because teams are going to start double teaming him, triple teaming him, whatever they have to do because they know that they show that he's after the call, his height, none of that matter no more. I'm telling you, when the season starts, just watch. People will start to see. People are going to notice. It's going to be amped up around him. He's going to need help. The other players are going to have to step up. So Josh Hart or Karl Anthony Towns, that's what I say.
Well, thank you, Wisconsin Knicks, man. I appreciate you, man. And we'll talk again. I got your
I
name
appreciate you,
saved.
brother.
Big time salute.
Take care.
All right. Got that man name saved as Wisconsin Knicks. I think that he's kind of a doomsday kind of person. First off, we're not getting eliminated early in the playoffs. We could just start right there. Secondly, Deuce does not take the pressure off of Brunson because he's not the great ball handler like that. The person who take there's two people that take the pressure off Brunson. Well, maybe three, but two for sure. That's Jose Alvarado and Tyler Kolek. They can handle the ball and set up the offense. So I'm not really worried about what Deuce is going to bring to the table, or if Deuce is traded. I don't think that that's going to be a huge blow. From 1 to 3, we're the best in the league. Yeah, from 1 to 3, nobody has a better rotation of people. We got like 8 players that are 6'5" and under, and they all can play. Like, we don't have no weak-ass guards on this team. Like, all of our players that are 6'5" and under can hoop. So I think what we could use is some more talented players at the 5 spot. You know, like somebody said, who is the Jordan Clarkson at the 5 spot? I really do believe that's what we're going to need to go forward. All right. Get some more calls up in here. Time said, okay, cool. Get my man Sean on the line. Hopefully he could talk. I know he's working. But I'm going to try.
Yo, salute everybody.
What's good?
What's good, Karan? Hey, bro, I had to step outside on the clock to talk to you, bro, because you, hey, this the triggering show. This is a triggering show, man. On everything.
Oh, man. What's up?
First of all, I want to start with this. Did they say Carson Wallace is getting 30 million American dollars, or he should get 30 million American dollars?
That's what they're saying. They're projecting. Michael Scotto believes he's gonna get that.
Okay, what I'm trying to fixate around my mind and get to understand is, why do these players get these big contracts, these max contracts, and don't even have half the accolades or at least 1 or 2 accolades to get that type of money? I'm just being honest, because this is just buffoonery to me. This man said, whoever that reporter said, he can get the contract of like Jalen Brunson?
Yeah,
Jalen
Mike Scotto.
Brunson? Come on, bro. The buffoonery is real out here, and I'm just sick of it.
But they said, but Sean, they said that he didn't sacrifice it. Remember they said that. He didn't sacrifice them.
Thank you. You just led me to my next one. For the fools that keep saying Brunson did not sacrifice nothing, I need you to go back into this video when Karan was showing every player what they making and their percentage on the cap and their name, and to look at every accolade that they had. At least 2 players out of the 30 or 40 players Karan named only has 2 or more accolades than Jalen Brunson have. I'm tired of the bull. I'm tired of the BS, bro. No, seriously, bro. This man sacrificed almost $100 million to get all these players on this team. Everybody that's saying is having a breakout year this year. Every player on this team, he's the one that helped get him here. And you sit here telling me he ain't make no sacrifice? You got to stop it, bro. Desmond Bain making more than Jalen Brunson. Laurie effing Larkinen is making more than Jalen Brunson. Zach LaVine is making more than Jalen Brunson. Come on, bro.
De'Aaron Fox.
30%. Alvin Şengün is on the same money trail as Jalen Brunson. Are we serious here, people? Like, man, you about to turn me up, bro.
Listen. Yo, Sean, all of that was content from my article.
Just letting
you know.
Okay, and it's on your link tree, right?
Not yet. I ain't finished it. But I
Okay.
just, you know.
Please let me know when you finish it because I need to read it so I can get some more ammo for these fools that keep saying he ain't make no sacrifice because it's just pitiful at this point. And if you keep saying and talking down on Jalen Brunson, I need you to remove your Knicks card right now and go somewhere else.
10 seconds.
Another thing, I like everybody take it smooth. But that last one, I'm sorry, I don't really think he's a Knicks fan. I think he just started watching us. I'm gonna be totally honest.
Wisconsin Knicks?
Yeah. I think he just started watching us because Deuce takes the pressure over Jalen Brunson, huh?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Does Deuce dribble? Do Deuce dribble in the paint and score a layup? Does he?
Very rare.
Very rare. Does he play make for us? Like,
Not
don't get me
really.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. He won us the best point of attack defenders that we got on the team. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, that's a fact. And he shoots.
Yes, and when his shot is on, he is a sniper. Don't get me wrong. But I believe how Leon's been operating, if you don't have a contract extension before the starting of the season, you are out of here. And I think he also look at what happened with Mitch. Now, I think they didn't want to trade Mitch because Mitch is a part of what we, had going on, and we kind of needed him. So it was like, all right, we'll let him get his ring, we'll ride out with it, and he go get his money elsewhere. But with Deuce, I feel like if the team kind of having like a little iffy bumps in the road during the season, Deuce is out of here, man. And that's just a fact to me. Getting a 4-5. That's just me. I'm gonna end on this.
I appreciate you, man. Go ahead.
I'm gonna end on this. Angie and Ty, fire call, man. But Angie took my player that I wanted to say. I really believe Mikal is the one that's going to have a breakout season. And the reason why is because he had a heart-to-heart conversation on the 7 p.m. podcast with Marshawn Lynch. And Marshawn told him, stay focused. And that conversation that they had, I think that's what opened up Mikal's eyes. And he's going to really put his best effort into it. Somebody said this, he had like the 5 picks still over his head. Is he worth that? Is that should have been done? I think all that is out the window, and Mikal is coming out here looking like the Phoenix Suns or the Brooklyn Nets. Mikal, that's just my opinion, and that's who I got. Also, Cat is going to take a short because I believe his mom has an influence on the Knicks, and what made him start liking the Knicks. So I think he's going to want to stay here, regardless of, what the money is talking. That's just my opinion. But, yeah, man, appreciate it. Salute to everybody in the chat. Stop saying Jalen Brunson ain't take no sacrifice because y'all don't know basketball and the moves that's been being made. Please stop it. Appreciate you, Karan. South Jamaica Queens heading out.
Big time. Salute to my man, Sean. That was a great call. Yeah, I mean, when I saw the article on Wallace, I was like, wow, this is just another dagger I can throw on the board. Because I didn't even, I might not even add that to my article. I probably won't. Because I like to have my own arguments. I'm just like that. I like to have my own arguments. But you see how I added to the argument, which when you go down the list of salaries, it's not even fair, dog. Like, but there's no such thing as fairness, right? That's life. Life is how it is. Life is not fair, right? So you got to get it how you get it. This is why I keep telling the players, go get your money because, you just never know when this is going to be over. And when it's time for them to get rid of you, they'll just get rid of you. So always get what you're worth. We'll see what happens with Deuce, Towns, and Hart. Another first-time caller. Let's see if they answer.
Hello?
Hey, hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
Oh, snap. You online right now, man? I'm in Houston.
We live, man. We live to the world, man. What's going on out of Houston, man? How you feeling, man?
Nigga, these Knicks all day out of Houston.
Let's go. Let's go. So which topic you want to talk about?
Hold up.
We got Brunson and Cason Wallace. Cason Wallace can make the same money.
I seen that. I kind of read that. What was that about?
He can make the same money that Brunson's getting.
Nah, he can't make no fucking same money than Brunson getting.
Yeah,
Stop
he
it.
can't. Just watch the Lakers, but yes, he can.
Yeah.
And they try to say Brunson not sacrificing no money. That's the only reason why I went there.
Nigga, he sacrificed all the money he posted to sacrifice.
Just saying.
Cat
They're
need
saying
to
that
do
he
some
didn't sacrifice.
sacrificing.
Oh, we gonna see. That's what's next up right now. We're waiting to see that news. That's another news I'm waiting for.
Yeah, that's the one right there. If Cat, we good if Cat sacrifice, because everybody else don't sacrifice regardless of the two leaders. And you know, I hate to say it, instead of OG being the second leader, I know Cat is. You know what I mean? I know what that
Right.
means.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. So I got a question for you. So
Yeah.
which Nick, in your opinion, will have a breakout season?
Which next year? I mean, this year
Yeah,
coming
next
up,
year.
breakout
Yeah, for this
season.
year.
I mean,
Mhm.
I wouldn't say it's a breakout. I wouldn't say it's gonna be breakout. If there is one that has to be a breakout, I think Tyler Coley gonna come through. But if I'm
Ooh,
saying like
okay.
out of the starting lineup and stuff, I just think that they're gonna have more consistency because the gorilla off the back now.
I agree. And they know how to play, and oh man, it's gonna be crazy. We
And
might
they
win
talking
70
about
games
getting
on the
rid
low.
of Deuce. They talking about getting rid of Deuce. I'm like,
What's
don't
your
do
thoughts on
that.
that?
Don't do
Okay.
that. I'd get rid of Pacome Dadier.
Okay. But I got to, okay, so you don't think we have too many guards?
Nah.
All right.
Because it's like this
That's a
right
fair.
here. The number of guards that we got is gonna be. I think that it was somebody else I was watching that saying like, you know, everybody not playing 82 games anymore. It's
Right.
gonna be games that Brunson not playing because of something, no soft tissue injury, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be times that if somebody else ain't playing, you're gonna have those. That's the reason why we was healthy. That's why the Knicks have the best medical staff right now, because they got consistency with their guards.
Okay. So you're bringing off the bench Landry Shamet, Jordan Clarkson, Deuce McBride, and Jose Alvarado when we're
I
healthy?
would, but the thing about it, the only reason why I wouldn't get rid of nobody right now is because I don't think the
10
center.
seconds.
I want a center, but I don't want to get rid of nobody for the center, because you don't know how the season gonna look. If I get rid of somebody,
Okay,
I want
that's
that
fair.
ammo to get rid of somebody during the season at the trade deadline.
Hey, you know what? That's a fair take, and that's how Leon usually rolls. He waits to the mid-season to make a splash. But yo, brother, what's your name out of Houston? So I can lock you in.
Man, KD, man, it's KD at the night show, man.
KD. Okay. All right. Big time salute, KD out of Houston, man. I appreciate you, my brother. And I got your name and number saved. So next time you call, I know who you are, man. Thank you for the call.
No, that's a bet, man. Appreciate it.
No doubt. All right. That was another good first call right there. We got Knicks fans all over the place, man. We got like maybe 4 people out of Houston. Forget Texas, just out of Houston that calls the show. And the Knicks fans. KD out of Houston. Locking, man. Bam. All right. Get my man Randall up in here. I'm trying to decide if I'm doing another show tonight. You know, because I had some other stuff I want to do, but I kind of wanted to. I missed the 2 days, man. Let's see, Cleo in the chat. Salute to you. All right. Oh, by the way, Cleo, I gotta respond to your message. I'm gonna respond. I had a crazy day. I got like 5 emails I gotta respond to that are kind of important. Hey man, the chat is on fire. Salute to Brian King. I see you. All right. Smash that like button, all right? If you hadn't smashed that like button. By the way, if you don't know, I'm gonna let you know. All right. We do have merch, man. If you hit that same Linktree link, you can go check out some of the merch, man. We got This Week Inside the NYK mug, the Blue and Orange Brunch mug, the Bodega Cat mug, all right? We also got it in black, all right? This is the Black Bodega Cat t-shirt as well. It's my favorite right there. We got more stuff coming as well. We got the Captain 11s, all right? And we also got it in black as well, all right? So all you have to do is hit the Linktree and get you some stuff, man. We got all types of stuff. Nobody cares about hoodies right now. But hey, before you know it, hoodie season will be right here. So all you have to do is hit that same Linktree link that's pinned in the chat. Check out some of the merch. All right. Salute to YouTube comment raider. I see you, man. OKF Nation, we in the building. By the way, YouTube comment raider, and to all the other channel members, we will be here on Sunday. Members only Sunday. We are going to talk about Charles Oakley. We also going to talk about the wire thingy, the whole, profiling people. We're going to get into some dicey topics. I usually like to get into the dicey stuff during Unfiltered Thoughts, which are members only shows. So if you want to be a part of that, you could join the channel as well. Salute to all of the channel members in the building, and channel members, we got so many things coming. As soon as the teams are set, I want to do the brackets. So that might be September or late August, whenever the teams are set, because I want us to pick who we're going to have in the playoffs, and the winner will get a prize for that. We're also going to have the Knicks Tape Madness Cup Fantasy League coming back as well. For the Hardcore Plus people, I will be into my Calshi and my parlays. You feel me? That's coming back this season. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. And we got the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server with the 24/7 chat. Man, that chat is lit all the time. They was debating last night about wrong predictions. It was crazy. It was a good conversation, though, as always, man. Salute to the channel members and everybody who's inside the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. 24/7 Nick chat. We also got other chats, too. We talk all sports in there, and it's a good time. What's good, Randall?
Hey, what's up, Carl?
We in the building, man. We in the building, man. What's your thoughts? Where you want to go, man? Cason Wallace about to get a Jalen Brunson bag.
I think Cason Wallace is a good player for $30 million.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they was to pay him like $20 million, $25 million, okay, fine. But $30 million.
Yeah. Exactly. And so that's why I came up with the topic, because I'm like, it's just funny that people talk about Brunson, man, but they're just wrong, man. They just be wrong. They be wrong, man. And they try to make it seem like we Brunson apologists over here. I mean, we're just acknowledging that he's the best player in the world, right?
Right.
So he won the championship. I always had that stance. So what's your thoughts on who will have the breakout year for the Knicks? Which Knick will have the breakout year this upcoming season?
I think Shaman is gonna probably take his game to another level again this season.
Okay. Okay. I wouldn't be mad at that. I think Shaman is somebody who he's locked in. He knows his role, right?
Right.
Probably the first off the bench now, right?
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, not a bad pick. I mean, I think that we have so much players and people that are instrumental to what's going on. No answer is a bad answer. Right? I don't think no one has, no matter which direction you go in, they're all good alternatives. I just want to have some positivity there.
Right. Oh, I know something I want to mention.
What's up?
What's this I've been hearing about? LeBron wants to be the first option on whatever team he go to.
Where you saw that at?
Where did I see that at?
On Twitter?
No, what was it? Twitter or YouTube? I saw it on. I forgot where I saw it, but
the only team he could go and do that is probably the Brooklyn Nets.
10 seconds.
Exactly.
I mean, what other team is he going to do that on? You know? I don't know. That's weird. I thought I don't know what. Listen, I'm not going to pretend to know what LeBron is doing. But I appreciate you, Randall, man. Great call.
Anytime, man.
Right.
Salute.
No doubt. Salute. Man, wow. Speaking of LeBron, I know this isn't a topic, but since we were talking about him, and I just want to just take a peek at what the hell's going on. If that last comment is true, I ain't gonna lie to you, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm not turning on my ad blocker. Anyway, Real GM says LeBron James may remain genuinely undecided on free agent decision. People thought I was off because, well, you know, or they may have thought that. I'm not gonna say they thought that. I'm gonna say they, because yesterday I was talking about the decision. I'm like, yeah, I gotta slow it down. No decisions coming. But now, the day after I say that, LeBron James may remain generally undecided on free agent decision. I'm keeping it real. He's weighing on the Knicks right now. He's like, do I really not want to go to New York? I mean, they are the champions now. Man, I may have another opportunity to win it all. Nobody knows right now except LeBron. All right? And I'm not sure if LeBron knows. The prolonged wait has left the Cavs, Golden State Warriors, Miami Heat, Minnesota Timberwolves, and 76ers in limbo as they wait to see whether Jays will sign. This is crazy. LeBron said, I won't hold you guys up much longer. Okay. Well, you've been holding us up. God damn it. Like, come on. Make your damn decision. What do you think? I'm telling y'all, I think it's the Knicks, y'all. I think that he's like, ooh, really don't want to be a part of it. Like, I'm joining the bandwagon, but at the same time, the Knicks give me the best opportunity to win the championship. If it is true, what Randall said, that he wants to be the first option, then it's like, damn, if I go to the Knicks, I'm going to be the fourth option, but I might win the championship. But if I go over here, I'll be the first option. I truly think that that's the case with LeBron. It's been too long of a wait, bro. You literally have teams in limbo right now trying to figure out what their future holds because of this guy. It's crazy, man. What's good? E in the building.
Big bro, what's good with you?
Hey, man, we talking Knicks in the summertime. You know how it goes, my brother.
I know. I was just looking at you talking about LeBron and everything, and I agree, man. I really think he do want to come to the Knicks and everything.
Right.
I really do believe that, man. And I think it's gonna take a lot of humbling because honestly, we need him off the bench. You know, and
Ooh,
that's
you said
a
off the
humble.
bench. Damn.
I mean, I'm gonna just keep it real. Why we won the championship with our starting lineup and everything. So why mess with it now? You know, I don't care who it is. You know, if LeBron want to help us win, he should be open to doing whatever it takes and everything.
Wow.
That's just me.
That's deep.
That's just me. If he want to win, and I'm not saying that. Let's just say he do go to the Knicks, that they'll have him coming off the bench. But I think everything should be an option if you're trying to win a championship. That's all I'm saying.
Fair.
You
No,
know,
that's fair.
everything should be up there and everything. So, and like I said, hey, if we got the vet minimum and he's willing to take it, you know, and we can make some room for his son, because I think that's what's holding things up. We got to find out.
Ooh,
That's what I think.
Element.
That's what I think is holding things up, because we just talked about it the other day with you. You were saying he's still under contract.
He is.
So
they picked it up too.
Yep. So it's like they got to work out a trade. So I'm thinking like, damn, they may want to trade him. Like I might be talking out of bounds here, but I'm like, damn, what if they do some trade shit like trade Deuce McBride for him? You know what I mean? And they could get the best out of that. You know, like, but you just don't never know. You just don't.
I would not trade it. No, I'm not trading Deuce McBride for Brian Cage.
Yeah, of
I'm
course
not doing that.
Of
I
course
do
not, but you got to
Pacone.
train. But I know he wants his son with him. I do know that.
But
Like that.
Pacone.
Or
Bye
Pacone,
bye
yeah,
Pacone.
sure, I take him. So
Mm-hmm.
and back to what you were saying about the player that I want to see break out for the Knicks. I think it's important. It's really important that Diarra really kind of finds his game. Is he going to be that Pascal Siakam type player,
Okay.
or is he going to be like a low version Obi Toppin? I don't know. Like,
Okay.
so I want to see him kind of like really put his game out and be like that eighth and ninth option. I think if
Right.
he can step up his game and be in that rotation with them three guards, that's a win for us for sure.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then Cason Wallace, hey, get your bag, man. I don't care. Get your bag,
No,
bro.
get it back. No, I just shared that to show that when they say Brunson ain't sacrificed nothing, how crazy that sounds.
Facts,
That's
facts,
all.
facts.
I just wanted to show them how crazy they were. That was it.
Yeah, facts, facts,
10
facts.
seconds.
Okay, big brother, be good out there, homie.
No doubt. Thank you, family.
Wow.
Have a good night.
Wow.
Hey, man, he said a lot of interesting things that I never would think about, like LeBron coming off the bench. Then he said what could be holding up LeBron is the trade for his son. That's some deep stuff right there. What if the Lakers is holding Bronny hostage? And this is why we hadn't got the deal yet, because he's trying to see who could actually get his son out of purgatory. Ain't that crazy? That's wild. I'm gonna take a couple of more calls, man. I'm gonna see about tonight, man. But if Bron lets his decision go, we definitely going live. Sure. What's good, Lewis?
Hello.
How you feeling, family?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's my second time calling. How are you? I'm good.
No doubt, man. Where you want to go? We got a lot of good
I
topics,
got
man.
I got two places to go. Shamit and Kolick are my picks to I've seen enough of both of them, and I know both of their attitudes in terms of work and what they're going to bring to the table. I think both of those guys take a leap this year. Okay, so
Okay.
that's my pick. I'm a nerd. I watch all the interviews. I see the attitude. You could see where they're going mentally. I think
Right.
they both take a leap this year. And number two, I'm going to upset some people, but the LeBron
Uh-oh.
thing, right? If you're a real Knicks fan, and this goes to everybody that's listening, you remember the Miami days and getting beat. I was at those games in Miami and in New York, and you have a really bad taste in your mouth if you're a true Knicks fan, right? So
Mhm.
I'm going to spin this into positive. Can you imagine this year? I'm praying that he goes to a stacked team and he brings Kyrie and AD, like he said. I hope that happens and he lands in the East. Can you imagine a year we're on the road to the championship number 2, to a repeat? You get to knock the guy that broke your heart out 1,000,001 times. It's like beating Michael Jordan in a sense, but it's the modern day one that's killed you, which he has. He's killed us every time he plays us. Can you imagine the feeling when we beat his ass?
Mm.
I
Hey,
can't
man.
wait. I don't know. I don't get the Knicks fans that are even contemplating him coming here, because I don't want
Well,
him
we want to
on the
be
team.
better. We want to win a championship.
Well, I
LeBron
just
is one
want
of
to.
the greatest champions of greatest players of
Yeah,
all time. He can
yeah.
help you get better. So
What
that's why we want him here.
our run was legendary this year, right? So
Right.
can you imagine running into him second or second round or conference finals, because whoever team he plays for is going to be stacked. And can you imagine the feeling getting to the finals, beating LeBron James? So I'm rooting right now for him to go to either a Philly. I want him to go to Cleveland. I want him to go to these teams that it's going to look like we don't have a shot. But as Knicks fans, we know what we have, and we're going to beat LeBron James.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't really have the animosity for him the way I do the bald-headed guy or Reggie Miller. Because we like when we played against LeBron, we had no chance to beat him. Like we didn't have a good team. Like it was. It was upsetting because we don't like Miami, right? So I mean, I think the hatred for Miami is a little worse than what it is for LeBron. Because we had wars with Miami, and Pat Riley. That guy, Pat Riley.
We knew we were gonna lose.
Yeah, we know that as much as nicked out we were, we didn't know we didn't have a prayer's chance in hell with that. But Lewis, great call.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate
great call,
you.
fam.
Talk to you
Keep
soon.
calling, man. I love it. Hey, that was a good call. Even though he disagreed with some of us. Speak for yourself. If I had the chance to get LeBron, dog, I'm taking him. First of all, another thing too, I'm not against players, bro. my energy's against the institutions. I don't like the teams. The players come and go, bro. Players go here, they go there. They might come to your team. Next year, they're on another team. I don't really look at the players like that unless they coming for the Knicks, like Trae Young. Trae Young has always had something to say about the Knicks. But I don't really care about, the players like that. That's just me. I'm trying to win the championship. And if you can help me win, that's all I care about. Get my man V-Dash in the building. Damn, y'all making me want to come back tonight, man. What's good, V-Dash?
Hello?
What's going on, V-Dash? We in the building, man.
What's good, man?
Man, we having a great conversation. I'm curious to see where you want to go.
Man, listen, I missed out on the conversation last night, man. Last night was crazy.
Oh yeah, last night was crazy.
Hey, let me give my 2 cents real quick, man. As far as Brunson, man, all the talk against Brunson at this point is redundant, man. He's the guy. He knows he's the guy. We know he's the guy. Everybody knows he's the guy. That's number one. Right. The 2K, the 2K27 cover. I'm gonna mention somebody ain't nobody mentioned. Leon Rose. Leon Rose, president of Basketball Operations Edition. Nobody's been better.
That's fire. Hey, that's fire.
Nobody's been better. And number three, dang, what was that third thing I wanted to mention from last night? There was one other thing. LeBron. Hey, Philly, Miami, Cleveland, it don't matter, bro. Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5, man.
I agree. Yeah,
it don't matter where you go. Knicks in 5. As far as today, man, I really want to speak on the breakout player.
Let's go.
It's somebody that everybody's, kind of like, he about to be up out of here, and that's Deuce, man. He in a listen, bro. He in a contract year. What do guys do when they're in a contract year?
They usually ball out.
They ball out. Traded or not, expect Deuce to go off this year. Remember last year, man, he was sniping from everywhere before he got hurt, man. Everybody had like Deuce can't get buckets, man. Deuce been getting buckets since the G League. Like he was like one of the first dudes dropping 40 in the G League all the time. So, you know what I'm saying? Like
that's fair. That's
cut your boy some slack. I know everybody ready to promote Kolick and Shamit's around and Jose and all that, but Deuce offers things that those 3 guys, you know what I'm saying? Deuce just, I ain't gonna front. Deuce is one of my guys. I'm not gonna say not, but who's the longest tenured Knick now that Mitch is gone?
I think it's Deuce now.
It is Deuce. It is Deuce, bro. And he done survived all the youngins before him and after him. And I'm not saying that's going to save him in case Leon want to make a deal or whatever, but I promise you this, that young boy ain't going to go down without a fight, man. He ain't going to go down, especially in a money year. You about to see Deuce's best ball this year.
That's fair. It's a fair point. I'm not mad at you.
About to see his best ball, bro. And that's all I wanted to, that's all my 2 cents I wanted to get in. Besides that, bro, I'm still merciless. I'm still merciless, man.
It's coming.
All right.
And you on the list for the 82 Nights too, the New York joint.
Oh, I'm definitely looking forward to that, man.
Yeah, you on the automatic list for that. You know what I mean? So
I'm looking forward to it, bro, for sure.
For sure, man. I got you. Be on the lookout for an email. You'll get some.
All right, bro.
Just take a look at that email.
Yes, sir.
All right. Salute.
Peace.
My brother V Dash right there. He actually won I think he won the finals. Yeah, because we did the finals pick'em challenge. Yeah, we do pick'em challenges over here. So we did first round, second round, third, conference finals. And the person that picked it right, then we do a duck race of the people. So this is why you should subscribe to the channel, man. I'm here every day, most of the time, twice a day. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna come back tonight for sure, but we got a lot of content. As far as what he said about Deuce McBride, for the record, I just want to say I don't want Deuce traded because I don't like the way he plays. I'm looking at the money. Like, oh. And then another thing too, we have so many guards. So who's gonna sit? See, all the people who want Deuce to stay, and I'm gonna do some polls. We got some stuff to talk about. Who's gonna sit? Because somebody has to sit. Then I thought about it. Would I trade Bronny for Deuce? Would you trade Bronny to? Ooh, that's another fire poll. I'm gonna say that, man. Would you trade Bronny for Deuce? Hold up, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a poll. This watch the poll. Sometimes I get the polls from these shows and these good conversations that we have. I love talking Knicks, man. That's why I'm here every day, man. I literally talk about the Knicks every day. If I wasn't talking about the Knicks right now with y'all, I'd be talking about the Knicks right now with somebody else. Probably in the Discord server, right? Probably on another place, page or something. But yeah, I'm always talking Knicks all the time, and I don't get tired of it. I love it. I'm a Knicks addict. It's a fact.
Your call has been.
But listen, y'all. I'm gonna try to come back tonight. I do appreciate y'all, and until next time, as always, let's go Knicks.